You ready to fight? You ready? Let's do it.
All right, early round action here as we get a look at Uzbekistan's SHAVKAT. He has taken the UFC welterweight division by storm. He's got a whole lot of momentum coming in here tonight. Believes he'll have the grappling advantage, but he also said to us midweek, if this is a kickboxing match, I think I can thrive in that realm as well.
Nasty high kick. How is he still standing?
Punches in bunches as he lands another combination there. Really doing a nice job stringing the shots.
He's doing a great job of stringing the shots together and also just mixing up the target and the attacks. Great job finding different places for his strikes to land.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first.
Darce, yep, trying to hit a Darce here. That Darce is tight.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Burns. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to...
Rachmanov's going for a choke. Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight. Oh, he's got it! He's bridging.
Oh, no way, he got out.
He was able to create enough space to get his chest back flat on the mat and defend that arm triangle. Unbelievable.
Ooh, that rear naked choke is tight. Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission, D. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is showing his game that he's not giving him much to work with. It's been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Nicely done. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Well, there are a lot of ways you can effectively employ the ground and pound, but you can do worse than these vicious elbows here by Burns.
Nice defense. Oh, right into mouth.
Nice positional control here. Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. Round two next. All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground, DC. Talk us through the highlight.
Yeah, man, you see two high-level grapplers going after it.
Ready.
One guy gets an advantage, the other guy always has a response. We thought it was over. A lesser opponent would have been submitted, but these two are two of the best grapplers in the entire UFC.
Straight right, he misses. Able to check the high kick. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing.
Clean punch.
Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. Just misses with a left hook there.
Big shot to the head.
Single leg takedown.
Changing the position.
Relentless pressure from the top by Rachmanov. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Glancing right hand lands upstairs. looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. Nice job by the fighter here to continue to block the shots coming his way. You think he's trying to sort of fatigue his opponent here a little bit?
He's kind of watching and seeing everything that's happening in front of him. Later, you'll see him start to pull counter after blocking shots.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse. Man, he has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg.
Durinho gets back up again.
Look at the control in the posture as that big knee lands. She checked that last one.
Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round two. So Rakhmonov's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. Oh, crippling knee to the body. Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a quick entry to get... Oh!
He switched off to a high crotch, rotated him, and took him for a ride. That was a big takedown.
Back to the feet now. 30 seconds to go in round two. All right, so now we start to see some...
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent in wobbly legs.
2 rounds in the books. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up.
I want you to go back out this...
All right, so that's the end of the round. A lot of highlights from which to choose, but his success in that round certainly rooted in his offensive takedown game.
And that's what he does, right? He's a grinder. He's the type of guy that wants to get a hold of you, drag you to the floor. It doesn't bother him that much if you get back to your feet. He just wants to continue.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous fight.
Yes, it wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters. These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it.
What a great sequence by him, mixing up his strikes and once again targeting that already damaged, swollen area upstairs.
That's exactly what he should do. You know, we are talking about a guy that is so talented, that is so disciplined, that when he can see swelling like that, he's going to continue to attack it.
Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
That flying knee to the head landed.
Oh, man, it ain't Dikembe Mutombo, but he is blocking all the... Place shot there, DC. He is officially rocked.
A big, massive hook that really had put his opponent on skates.
Under 3 minutes now to go in round 3. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
So Rakhmonov's got a nasty bruise starting to appear on that left side. We'll keep an eye on it. Could pay dividends later. Oh, looks like he's got the submission locked in. He's in real trouble. Oh, he got out.
Great defense by this fighter.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. All right, pausing the action here. The referee never wants to be the story, but given the swelling around that eye, doctor had to be called for here, champ.
Well, he's having a very difficult time picking up the opponent, seeing where his opponent is, and he's getting tagged He's getting pieced up.
All right, we'll see if the doctor allows the fight to continue. It looks as though he will. Crowd loves it when the doctor lets the fight continue, don't they?
I love it. I love it when he lets it continue, especially when you have a fight that has been as fun as this one to this point.
Round 3 of a possible 5. All right, another round is now underway. Pretty good previous 2 rounds. We'll see who makes the requisite adjustments now moving forward.
The adjustments are going to be the key, John. When you're doing everything you're trained to do and it stays this close, you got to really switch it up. Wood's corner is able to relay that message to their
Straight punches we've seen all night.
huge straight punch land, and it's got to hurt very bad.
Rachmanov. And there it is! Just a relentless effort out of this fighter here tonight. The ref had no choice but to step in, and that is how you leave the judges out of it. And we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has your official decision.